In this video, I'm going to give you a practical and updated blueprint for escaping the 9-to-5 in 2026. This is not about quitting impulsively or building a massive business. It's about creating leverage in a simple and structured way. Leverage gives you the ability to generate income without tying every hour of your life to somebody else's schedule. I'm going to show you what has changed, what tools now exist, how regular people are using them, and then I will break down a realistic 1 hour a day plan that can shift the entire direction of your life over the next few months. By the end of this video, you will understand the path that thousands of people are using to build simple, lean digital businesses that support their life rather than dominate it. Here's the major shift that happened in the work world. Many people feel stuck in their jobs even when the work itself is not terrible. What creates the frustration is the lack of control. Most people want flexibility with their time. They want the freedom to choose projects, to adjust their schedule, to stop feeling like every single week repeats itself with no real progress. The reason that feeling has intensified recently is because the traditional career model no longer provides the stability or the upward mobility that it once did. Over the past decade, something important has changed. Jobs used to be the most reliable way to build security. You could stay with one company for years, move up, step by step, and eventually reach a point where your time and financial situation felt predictable. That stability is long gone. Companies restructure much more frequently, fire and hire, take employees offshore. Automation replaces roles, remote work has changed how teams operate, and many people find themselves doing work that does not reflect their strengths or their ambitions. At the same time, the internet has become an actual economic engine for individuals. A single person with a clear offer, a small audience, and basic tech skills can build a steady income by helping others solve specific problems. This shift has nothing to do with going viral or building a large company. It has to do with leverage. Leverage is simply the ability to create value in a way that scales beyond your hours. This leverage is now available to anyone who learns how to use tools correctly. The old career plan relied on one employer. The new career plan relies on building assets that continue working even when you are not. The three forms of leverage that create a foundation for escaping the 9-to-5 in a realistic way are audience, AI tools, and scalable offers. When you combine these three, you create a small but powerful ecosystem that gives you optionality. Audience simply means attention from people who value your perspective. You don't need millions of followers. A few hundred people who trust you can completely change your career. Audience gives you visibility. Visibility gives you opportunities. It allows people to find you, learn from you, and eventually work with you. And that means paying you. In recent years, online business was built on authority, giving only top-level influencers the ability to leverage social platforms. But after the massive virality of early social media, it was incredibly hard to grow your audience, leaving everyone else out in the cold. In 2026, this has completely flipped. Authenticity matters more than ever, and the platforms have started to focus on true quality, not simply boosting accounts that already achieved status. A small audience that respects your point of view is more than enough to build a meaningful income. And if you actually provide good value to the platform you're posting on, you can scale that audience quickly. This is a major shift from the era where you needed formal credentials or a corporation to validate your skills. Today, your ideas can speak for themselves. The second lever is AI. AI tools have transformed what one person can accomplish. Tasks that used to require a small team can now be done by one person with the right tools. This includes writing, editing, scripting, research, planning, design, drafts, and even customer support workflows. Basically, anything you can imagine can be supported by and made more efficient with AI. Yes, you do need a mid-level understanding of these tools, so don't just expect them to handle all of your problems out the gate. However, if you can simply be better at AI than half of the people, which is honestly a pretty low bar, these tools can put your other skills on steroids. AI allows you to execute faster, learn faster, and test ideas without needing large budgets or complex systems. It removes friction from your workflow. And once friction disappears, consistency becomes much easier. Consistency is what creates momentum. Focus on getting good at a few key softwares, and it could revolutionize your life in business. The third lever is a clear, repeatable offer. Your offer is the outcome that you help someone else achieve. It could be a coaching process, a structured system, a digital product, a done-with-you service, a software. It doesn't really matter. You can make all of these work. But the key is repeatability. A scalable offer does not require reinvention every time you get a new sale. This can be anything. And I know that seems daunting because how on earth can you pick one thing? But just think about what you're interested in, what you're good at, and if it can scale. Pick something and go for it. Your idea doesn't matter near as much as the execution behind it. Once you have a well-defined offer that delivers a clear result, you can sell that offer over and over without redesigning the entire process. When you combine a small audience, AI-powered systems, and a scalable offer, you have the core of a one-person digital business that can replace your job income over time. Eventually, you can scale that and make more than your job ever could have made you. Here's my path and why this blueprint works. A lot of what I teach comes from my own experience across multiple business models. I started my online business journey in the fitness niche. I built a small audience by sharing my progress and what I was learning. That audience led to clients. Those clients helped me refine my offer. That offer led to a consistent income. From the skills I learned in my fitness business, I was able to build a digital agency. The same pattern repeated. Create content, attract people who resonate, present a simple offer, and deliver results. As I grew, I realized I kept returning to the same process. Audience, AI-powered systems, and offers at scale. My skills at the agency led me to be so valuable for a client that I ended up buying equity in their company, and now I run a multi-seven-figure business focused on helping entrepreneurs get funding for their business. Now that I make great money, I'm on a journey to make even more money, but with less time and energy. It's a natural evolution of everything I'd been practicing. Each phase gave me more clarity about what actually works and what people truly need in order to escape the restrictive work structures of today's corporate environment. None of these steps required massive risk. They required patience, consistency, and a willingness to experiment. You can follow the same trajectory without the confusion and trial and error that I went through. Here's the 1 hour a day escape plan. This is the part that most people overlook. They think building an online business requires huge amounts of time. The truth is that progress comes from structure, not from giant blocks of uninterrupted hours. You can make meaningful progress in one focused hour per day. Yes, this is an arbitrary number, but stick with me. And will you have to spend more time to grow something really significant? Of course, but right now, we're just focused on getting some momentum and escaping the 9-to-5. This hour is divided into 3 segments: brand building, offer refinement, and conversations. Each segment supports the others. Let's break it down in real detail. 20 minutes of brand building. The goal here is to make your ideas visible. You do this by publishing one useful insight or observation each day. It does not matter whether it's a short video, a written post, a thread, or an email. What matters is the act of expressing an idea in public. To make this easier, choose one platform to focus on for the next 90 days. Do not spread yourself too thin. Building momentum in one place is far more effective than posting sporadically across many. Next, define 3 content themes. These could be your area of interest, your personal journey, and the problems your future clients commonly face. These themes give your content direction and prevent you from running out of ideas. Create a simple idea bank where you store your thoughts, lessons, questions people ask, and insights that come up throughout your day. This idea bank becomes the raw material for your daily posts. When creating your daily piece of content, rely on clear templates. For video, state the problem, explain the insight, give an example, and wrap up with a concise takeaway. For written posts, open with a strong first sentence. Share a short explanation and end with a practical point people can apply. The purpose of this segment is not to impress. It is to build a habit of thinking out loud. With enough repetition, your clarity improves and your audience begins to recognize your voice. Now, 20 minutes of refining your offer. Your offer is where your income actually comes from. Spend 20 minutes every day refining what this offer is and how you're presenting it. Start by using a simple sentence structure. I help specific person achieve specific result within this timeline or condition. This forces precision. The more precise your offer, the easier it is for someone to know whether it's for them. Next, outline the steps that someone would go through to get that result. Aim for 5 to 7 steps. These steps are the spine of your coaching process or your program. You do not need perfection here. You need structure. Then think about how you want to deliver this offer. Will it be one-on-one coaching, a group container, a done-with-you service, or a structured program with check-ins? Do you need anything at all from your client, or can it be a completely done-for-you service? Do you need a report to your client? Start as simple as possible, and you can evolve as you gain experience, but just make it very clear and easy out the gate. Finally, choose a provisional price. Pick a number that feels realistic but meaningful. You can adjust this as you get feedback, so it doesn't matter too much. Pick a price and run with it. By working on your offer every day, even for 20 minutes, it becomes clearer, stronger, and easier to communicate. When your offer is clear, your confidence increases naturally. Now for 20 minutes of conversations. This segment brings everything together. Talking to real people accelerates your learning more than anything else. Spend 20 minutes a day having genuine conversations with people in your audience or in related communities. The goal here is not to pitch, it's just to understand. Ask people what they're working on, what challenges they face, and what results they're looking for. These conversations reveal the language that your audience uses, the frustrations they may have, and the solutions that they want. Some people will naturally express interest in what you're building. When that happens, offer to share a framework or set up a short call to give them clarity. These early conversations often turn into your first clients. But even if they don't, they deepen your understanding of what people actually need. This daily habit of conversations is what transforms you from someone who posts content into someone that builds relationships and opportunities. Now, here's why this system works. The 1 hour a day escape plan works because it targets the 3 elements that matter most: visibility, clarity, and connection. Visibility comes from daily content. Clarity comes from refining your offer, and connection comes from conversations. When you really break it down, this is all you need to get a massive head start into the direction that you're looking to go. When you repeat these steps consistently, momentum builds. The early results may seem subtle, but over time, your brand strengthens, your offer sharpens, and your network expands. People begin recognizing you, opportunities show up, your income becomes less dependent on a single employer, and your future becomes more flexible. This path does not require perfection. It requires commitment to a simple structure. Escaping the 9-to-5 in 2026 is not about taking dramatic risks or chasing unrealistic goals. It is about using leverage intelligently. A small audience, AI-powered systems, and a repeatable offer can create financial and lifestyle freedom without needing a large business. If you follow the 1 hour a day structure consistently, you will feel a shift within weeks and significant change within months. If you either are or want to be an online business founder that has a life of freedom, that's exactly what this YouTube video is aimed at helping you do. So if that's you, subscribe to the channel and I will keep producing videos every single week to make sure I help you get there.